What an ass whooping. Um, Truly, I did not expect this outcome. 5-2, Atletico winning over Madrid. Uh, yeah, waking up today and before the game, I did not expect this this great result. Thank you, Atletico. Yeah, now we have the opportunity to come up by 1 point, oh, 1 or 2 points tomorrow and be in first place if we win against Real Sociedad. So yeah, what a great win. Great win by Atletico. Again, 5 on Madrid. That's crazy. 5 is crazy. Um, yeah, I'm still in shock. But no, that was a great win by Atletico. They definitely brought the energy. Madrid, I don't know if it was the atmosphere, but they did not bring it. They responded after being down 1-0. They came up 2-1 with the Mbappe and Arda Güler goal. So they responded then, but after that, I didn't see any effort. I didn't see any energy from them. I didn't see really anything that, yeah, I didn't see any fight from them. Um, it was a great game by Julian Alvarez. The whole day, the whole game, I kept thinking, wow, how would Julian Alvarez at Barcelona look like? Right now, since the World Cup, I've been wanting him to play for Barcelona. Hopefully, after his contract is over, he can come to Barcelona. But yeah, Julian had a beautiful free kick, and especially against Courtois, a very long goalkeeper that's very difficult to score those. I think he might have given Julian a little bit too much space to kick it, but still with that, that was a beautiful free kick by Julian. I think the whole team kind of had uh, a good game. The whole Atletico, I think they just knew how to bring the energy. um, Sorloth, he had a good game. What an interesting player he is. He he's someone that can miss the easiest goals imaginable. You're like, even a 10-year-old player can score that and then scores three or two or five, even like last year. Um, yeah, anytime I watch him play, I don't know what to expect from him. Um, because truly, yeah, it's five. It ended up being 5-2, but it could have easily been 6-2, 7-2 if he didn't miss those chances. He had that. Uh, that was he was wide open, but he took way too long. And then Militao had a great play in saving that. Um, yeah, the defense played better than I thought they would. Atletico has had um, kind of a weird start to the season, and the defense hasn't really played as good as they should. Lenormand, great goal, good header over Tuameni. Um, he did have some mistakes, but I mean, I think he's a good center back. The crowd was definitely a big factor. I have not seen the Metropolitano that energized in a while. Maybe it's because they usually play at night, and um, today was an afternoon game, so it was bright and you can see more of the energy. But yeah, I think the crowd was definitely played a big factor in it. Um, yeah, when you play at the Metropolitano, it doesn't matter who it is, you have to take them out, take the crowd out very early so you can have more control of the game. But if you give Atletico momentum and energy, it's a very difficult, very difficult place to play at. That's why you hear every year, oh, they haven't lost in 20 home games, and then back-to-back seasons, or 3 seasons in a row, I think. Barcelona have been the ones that have snapped their home win streak and whatever. Um, but the one thing I will say about Atletico today, that I really don't think they'll win any big titles with Simeone. Um, the way he coaches, the way of playing, I don't think is gonna help him and help Atletico win any big titles, because I don't know if it was they got to 4-2, and Atletico had all the momentum, and then immediately subs off Sorloth and the attacking players, and then played more defensively, and then immediately after that, Madrid got back the energy and momentum, and they started attacking. I think if it was a better team than Madrid today, they could have definitely done a remontada. I mean, Barcelona did it last year. They immediately went defensively, and then we all know how that goes. So I don't know. I just think Simeone, the I think it's time for both parties to break up, really. I just don't think Atletico can win titles with him, and he's shown it year after year after year after year. They've won the La Liga title twice, but with a completely different team. And now to Madrid. The mid was very non-existent. The only one that kind of had a good game was Arda Güler. He created a few chances. He had he created the chances. He had a good goal. He had a decent game. But besides that, Valverde was very non-existent. Just the whole mid. Many times during the game, especially after Arda got subbed off, I kept asking, who is the mid? What are they doing? Because they were so non-existent, which that gives me a lot of confidence. Not a lot of confidence, but more confidence than I had already against with El Clásico coming up next month. I think, almost exactly a month. But Jude, I know he came back from that injury, but I really don't see the hype behind Jude. He's shown that he's a great player, but I think he's way too overhyped than what he actually is as a player. He looked lost. I remember seeing him in person, and my family members there, Madrid fans, and leading up to the Clásico, they kept saying, "No, Pedri is not better than Jude. There's no way. Jude is much better." And then immediately after the game ended and they saw him live, they said, "Wow, he looked slow. He looked a few steps behind." And I feel like that's what kind of describes him in this game. He was, a few steps behind the play, and of course he's gonna be rusty after the surgery, and I think he came back earlier than what he was supposed to come back at, but for a little bit it seemed like Mbappe was doing everything himself. Great assist by Vini to Arda Güler. and great run by Mbappe in the first goal for that. And but I don't know. I think Madrid has a lot of issues. Last year it was the mid, and then it was the defense. The defense looked very bad. I think that they missed Rudiger a little bit. Militao, I think that had a good game. But yeah, I think that they changed the formation and the pairings in the back probably like 3 to 4 times during that game. They just Xavi Alonso just did not know what to do with when it came to the defense, and in the mid I haven't seen any improvements. Yeah, they included ALVAREZ, but they also lost Modric, and Modric kind of, when he would come in, he would provide good energy and more control. They don't have control right now. I do think Rodrigo is a better option than Vinny. Not because I hate Vinny, but because I think Rodrigo is a more controlled player, and I think he creates more and is a better fit with Mbappe than Vinny with Mbappe. Um, I've said it for the past 3 years, but I genuinely think that this past summer, if they would have let anyone leave, I think it should have been Vini than Rodrigo, and they can get more money for Vini. But that also leads me to Madrid don't they need a true number 9. Mbappe is doing fantastic, and what a player. Genuinely, even though I don't like Mbappe, you have to give it to him. I think if he continues in this form that he's at, scoring every game, 1 or 2, I think he might have a very good case on winning the Ballon d'Or. But I still think he would work better in Vinny's position, and if they had a true number 9, kind of like Benzema a few years ago. I think that's why they won a lot with him, is because yeah, they need someone that can, a true number 9 that can be in the box, but also when needed can come up just a little bit, receive and distribute to the sides. I don't see that much from them, and yeah, today we saw Atletico with Sorloth. I think Sorloth did very good playing as a true number 9. Yeah, Madrid, they they need a true number 9 when it comes to that, and they also had no structure when they basically got rid of everyone when they were down 4-2, and then they added Mastutuano. They added Rodrigo. They added all the attacking players. I did not. There's just no structure. It was just everyone attack, and as great as that sounds, as bring everyone, you still need to have some sort of structure to break down defense, to do something to create to affect the game, and they just did not have that. It was all right. Let's attack. Let's attack. Let's attack. And kudos to Atletico. They had good structure in the in the defense, but yeah. Even though Madrid started good this season, I do think that this was a big wake up moment for everyone, and yeah, to show how many weaknesses Madrid has. I thought that they fixed a few of them during the summer, but yeah, they just didn't, which makes me happy. So, but I don't know. Again, what an ass whooping! What a surprising ass whooping, and I'm here for it. Thank you, God. That I feel like this is an early Christmas present. Hopefully they can play like that in El Clásico, but that's always such weird games. These derbies, these bigger games, they're depending on the day, on the formation, things can change. But yeah, thankfully it was a good game, and it kind of feels good doing this reaction because I have no. It's not like Barcelona, and I am watching every single detail to the T, and it kind of felt nice being in the stands and just letting them play. Two sides that I really don't like. But I obviously am very happy with this because it was the best scenario for us. And again, Barcelona, we have to take care of business tomorrow against Real Sociedad. So, yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the game, about the ass whooping of a game. And yeah, I will be doing another video tomorrow about Barcelona against Sociedad. So yeah, thank you all for watching, like and subscribe, and yeah, peace.